Good morning, DepEd Dasmariñas. We just had the first week of classes for the school year 2021-2022. This is the second year that we have opened our classes in the middle of pandemic. We have learned a lot from the previous year. And of course, those learnings that we had were utilized this year so that this year would be better for us in delivering education, especially for our learners in the city of Dasmariñas. Ngayong umaga po ay kukumustahin po natin ang buong linggong ito. This has been critical to all of us, to all our schools, as we try again on the second year to deliver seamless learning despite the situations we are in at right now. Ngayong umaga po, makakasama po natin ang dalawa sa haligi po ng ating City Schools Division Office. Siyempre po, to talk about, to give us an overview of how the first week of classes has been in the light of governance and operations. Makakasama po natin ang ating OIC Chief ng School Governance and Operations Division, Dr. Leticia T. Lopez. Good morning po, Ma'am Let.
Good morning, Maki. Magandang umaga rin po sa ating CID Chief, Dr. Gemma Cortez. Of course, let me not forget the strong pillars of DepEd DASMA, Sir Nong Cantonhos, ASDS Bernadette Luna, and with us, of course, ay si Sir Wilson Centeno, the Senior Education Program Specialist of Monitoring and Evaluation. Sa mga nanonood po ng Today with DepEd DASMA, sa mga tagapangasiwa ng paaralan, mga kaguruan, mga mag-aaral, everyone in this platform, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat.
Thank you so much po, Dr. Lopez. And of course, kukumustahin din po natin ang naging unang linggo sa lente po ng curriculum implementation. Makakasama po natin ang ating Chief of the Curriculum Implementation Division, Dr. Gemma G. Cortez. Good morning po, Dr. Gem.
Hello, good morning, Maki. At syempre gusto ko ring batiin si Sir Nong Cantonhos, ang ating dearest SDS, no? Si Ma'am Badette Luna. Sayang lang si Ma'am Badette kasi ay mayroong equal important activity today, no? Siyempre kasama natin si Sir Wilson, ang partner natin dito ngayon. Nagre-request ang mga taga-CID, shout out daw sa kanila, Maki. Ayan, shout out sa lahat ng CID. Yan. At siyempre sa lahat ng ating mga viewers, mga parents, no, ating mga learners at lahat ng stakeholders natin. At siyempre kay Ma'am Leti, sa aking partner po na nandito ngayon, isang mapagpala at ligtas na umaga po sa ating lahat.
Thank you so much po, Mami Gem. Thank you so much po, Dr. Cortez. And of course, as we talk about the evaluation of the first week of school year 2021-2022, kung hindi po ninyo na itatanong, ang buong division office po were divided into 9 teams to assess what's going on in the 9 schools districts or school clusters in the division office. At syempre, ang lahat po ng yan ay pinangunahan ng ating School Management Monitoring and Evaluation sa pangunguna po ng ating Senior Education Program Specialist for SMME. We have Sir Wilson Centeno. Sir Will, good morning.
Hello, Sir Maki. Good morning. Time flies so fast, no? So, it's been a year nung pinag-uusapan natin yung opening of school year 2020-2021. And today, pag-uusapan naman natin ang first week ng school year 2021-2022. So, sa ating pong top management, my respect to Sir Nong Cantonhos, Ma'am Badette Luna, of course to our 2 chiefs, Chief Gemma Cortez and Chief Leti Lopez, and to everyone in the division, magandang umaga po. Ganon din po sa ating mga mahal na mga magulang at mga mag-aaral, our community partners, and education stakeholders. A blessed morning po to all.
Thank you so much, Sir Will. At makakasama po natin ang ating Schools Division Superintendent, Sir Nong Cantonhos. maya-maya lamang po. As we talk about the first week of classes, alam ko po na yung iba sa inyo ay nakaranas ng iba't ibang challenges in terms of their internet connectivity. Kaya naman po ibibida ko lang po ngayon bago ko po tawagin muli ang ating mga guests this morning, ang pinakabago pong promo ng isa sa ating mga heroes sa DepEd Dasmariñas, ang DASCA Cable Services Incorporated. Panoorin po natin ito. So, ayun. So, for 50 Mbps, 999 every month. And that is exclusive for our teachers and students in DepEd Dasmariñas lang. So, can you just imagine how much we are how much we are loved by DASCA Cable Services Inc. Maraming salamat, DASCA. So, in order for you po to avail this promo, the back to school promo, you just have to show them proofs that you are a student or a teacher in Dasmariñas. May nagtatanong po, private or public po ba? O public lang po ba? Well, the good news is private and public school teachers and learners may avail of this promo from DASCA Cable Services Incorporated. Thank you so much, DASCA. So, let me welcome back again on the platform Dr. Lopez, Dr. Cortez, and Sir Wilson. Nilipat po ako ng frame. Iyon. Mami Jem, Ma'am Letty, Mami Letty, how did we prepare for the first week of opening of classes? Provided that we are on the second year already of holding it distant, in remote because of the pandemic. I would like to start with the curriculum implementation. Siyempre, that is the heart po of what we deliver. Mami Jam, how did we prepare for this po, for the second year of the school, of delivering distance learning?
Okay, Maki. If you still remember, no, as early as July, nag-meeting na tayo sa ating mga school heads, no. Talagang ibinigay na natin sa kanilang lahat ang mga strategies, no, to prepare lahat ng possible options para maging smooth ang takbo natin ngayong school year 2021-2022, no. At the same time, meron na rin tayong City Division BELCP, no, division office natin. At after that, pinagawa na rin natin ng BELCP ang mga schools. Meaning, sa BLCP nakalagay ng lahat ang mga data ng school, lahat ng mga requirements for the opening of classes, lahat ng plans ng mga school. Meaning, nakalatag na yan before the opening of the classes. Pero particularly sa CID, Maki, no? Kasi naniniwala tayo that education will not continue kung wala tayong mga quality assured learning resources, no? So ngayon, Maki, ikaw being part ng CID na halos kasi ikaw yung nasa partnership, di ba? Alam natin na ni-review na natin ang ating mga learning materials through the help ng ating mga external partners, no? Nandiyan ang De La Salle University, nandiyan ang PUP, NCCA, nandiyan din ang CCP. Meaning, yung readiness ng materials ang parang naging focus ng CID. And then, all these materials ang ginawa ng ating LR through the leadership of Ma'am Lay, kasama syempre sina Ma'am Kat and the rest of the CID, inilagay nila ito sa isang drive. Meaning, anytime, anywhere, pwede nilang ma-access lahat ng materials just in case na kailanganin ng ating mga schools, particularly ng ating mga principals at mga teachers. Yun, Maki, ang ilan sa paghahanda ng CID.
Wow. Mami Jem, BELCP, for us in the Department of Education, this 5-letter acronym has been we've been used to it ever since this pandemic happens. But for the benefits po of our parents, how can they easily understand what is BELCP about? Kasi talagang kita po natin we have focused to ensure that our schools have established BELCP. Mami, ano po ba ang BELCP in the lens of our parents?
Sa mga parents natin, ano po parents, BELCP po, ito po ay acronym ng Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan, no? From the term itself, yun lang term ng Learning Continuity Plan, masasabi natin na kailangang edukasyon, let's say this school year 2021-2022 ay magpatuloy. So paano yan magaganap, no? Sa BELCP po lahat nakalatag ang mga plano. Plano para sa mga bata, plano sa mga guro, plano sa lahat na sa schools, sa lahat ng mga requirements natin sa pagbubukas ng pasukan. At yan po ay masusing inihanda ng ating division, lalong higit ng ating mga punong guro sa lahat ng mga schools.
Ayun. Thank you so much, Ma'am Jem. With the ever unstable situation po, no, we are assured that our schools could deliver mapa ECQ, MECQ, GCQ, MGCQ. Makahanda na po ang plano ng ating mga paaralan to ensure that learning continues. Thank you so much, Mami Jem, for giving that. And alam niyo po, isa pong napakalaking usapin sa social media. Social media is social media. It is seamless. Yung mga issue pagdating sa learning resources, yan po ay hindi natin problema sa Dasmariñas. Yan po ay talagang sa tulong po ng mga stakeholders, ng mga partners, sa pangunguna po ng ating LRMD, Supervisor Ma'am Lay Adaw, sinisigurado po natin sa tulong din po ng ating mga teacher developers, ng mga module writers na dekalidad po ang mga lumalabas at na ginagamit ng ating mga mag-aaral. And that was assured to us by Dr. Gemma G. Cortez. Thank you so much, Mami Gem. Mami Let, how about in the area of governance and operations? How did we prepare po?
Oh, Maki, alam mo nitong nakaraang 2 buwan, tulad ng binanggit ni Ma'am Gemma, as early as July, nagkaroon tayo ng vaccination ng lahat ng mga teachers natin to prevent, of course, yung further transmission ng COVID-19. Especially now, medyo hyper ang transmissibility ng Delta variant. And we have a continuing conduct of the vaccination for those who are still unvaccinated coming from the private schools and public schools. Kahapon nasa Robinsons, Dasmariñas kami to monitor yung conduct ng vaccination, ano. Of course, that is with the help, and efforts of our LGU leaders sa pangunguna, of course, ng ating City Mayor, Honorable Jenny Barsaga, and our Congressman Elpidio Barsaga Jr. So that is one, kasi yun ang ating major concern in response to COVID-19 pandemic. Another, on the perspective of school governance and operations, nagkaroon tayo ng paglulunsad ng Brigada Eskwela kung saan nagkaroon ng contactless donation drive, engaging all our community partners, education partners to support us in the continuing implementation of the BELCP amid the pandemic. We also launched the Oplan Balik Eskwela, where we have the reconstituted Oplan Balik Eskwela Public Assistance Command Center Task Force for 2021, for school year 2021-2022. That aims to address yung mga common problems ng public encountered during the first week and towards the duration of the enrollment, with the reconstitution of the OB PAC Task Force 2021, meron tayong mga support teams sa division office natin who are capturing lahat ng mga issues and concerns received by our 44 schools in DepEd Dasmariñas. Napakaganda noong reconstitution ngayon kasi meron tayong o Plan Balik Eskwela ticketing system where we capture yung categorized problems being encountered in schools. So with that, nagkaroon din tayo ng official GC in the division where we could have yung direct internal communication with our support teams, and we try to refer if it concerns yung mga higher authorities, higher offices, and if we can address it on our level, ay agad-agad na natin yung nilulutas. So far ay wala naman tayong na-encounter na major problem doon, ano? And another, on the part of the human resource development, nagkaroon ng upskilling activities through various trainings, spearheaded of course by our SEPS and EPS of HRD, Dr. Vanny Barcarce, and of course, Rent Salimbao. Shout out sa ating mga SGOD movers for being with us sa major preparations natin and in managing your readiness and safe return to school for the school year 2021-2022. Another is the conduct of psychological first aid training para magkaroon tayo ng holistic resilience sa ating dinadanas ngayon na problema, no? There are times na medyo frail yung hope, but in our hearts, no, we do not want to give up, no? Hindi ito namamatay yung pag-asa na nasa puso ng bawat isa. So there are still many, Maki, and perhaps it will be mentioned as we go on by Sir Wilson.
Thank you so much, Mamilet. Ang ganda, how do I say this? With modesty aside, with modesty on the side, na yung bang complementing complementing functions po ng CID and SJOD is really highlighted, is really being seen. The CID takes care of what to be delivered. The SJOD assists in the delivery. Yes, Mami Len?
Yeah. If I may add, the Research and Planning Unit also spearheaded the presentation of the BELCP, engaging all the school principals where they discussed also the successes of the implementation of the BELCP in school year 2020-2021, including the lessons learned. Itong mga lessons learned na ito ngayon yung naging basihan nila for their plans for this year, school year 2021-2022, and it was considered as unfinished business on the part of the school principals. So this year they will be focusing significantly on the key dimensions of the BELC. So if we talk of the key dimensions, we have focus on safe learning, safe operations, well-being and protection, reaching the marginalized, and education financing.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Letty, for mentioning that. That gives also an additional assurance to the public that we took seriously all the experiences we had in the first year in order for us to modify the plan this year, that these experiences will not be experienced again po. Thank you so much, Ma'am Letty and Ma'am Gemma, for giving us the overview of how CID and SGOD prepared for this school year, 2021-2022. Mami Gem, Amilet, I will bring you back again a little later. Thank you po. Because this time po, we will have Sir Wilson Centeno. Sir Will, you will reveal to us the real score. Napakaganda po kasi talaga ng ating mga planning, napakaganda ng execution on how we have prepared for this. Sir, this time, how was the first week of classes in Dasmariñas as revealed by different mechanisms you have employed po in the SMME?
Yes. Thank you so much, Maki. No, I would like to agree with what Dr. Letty and Doc Gemma had mentioned a while ago on the preparation of the City Schools Division of Dasmariñas together with our 44 public elementary and secondary school heads, for the opening of classes. What is also good in our division is that we always really give value to the results of the monitoring and evaluation. That's why we always acknowledge the successes and the lessons learned, based from the monitoring and evaluation activity that we are conducting. So our basic principle in monitoring and evaluation is if monitoring and evaluation is late, then it is useless. That's why as early as 7 o'clock in the morning last Monday. Okay, so with me was Kuya Lucas. We visited some of our public elementary and secondary schools and checked also the status and the readiness of our schools as they also prepared the for the opening of classes. So if you are asking what is the real score, of course it's too early for us to say, if we really have the best of implementation because it's just the first week of opening of classes. But based on the visit, on-site visit, and as communicated by our school heads, and as I visited them, based on my observation, I may say that we had a very smooth uh, first week of opening of classes. So as regards adherence to minimum health standards and safety protocols, which is the top priority of our City Schools Division. So I check everything dito sa mga schools na visit ko, and I really have to check the availability of their contact tracing applications, their thermal scanner, their disinfection materials, and of course to check also how safe are our teachers. Kaya nakakatuwa makita yung mga nag-report nung Monday, at hanggang ngayon may nakikita pa rin ako mga nag-upload ng photos as they are having the distribution of modules na talagang nakasuot ng PPE nila. Okay? Though based on the initial reports coming from the OBE ticketing system and our OBE PAC task force, it's really good to note na as compared in the previous year na tayo ay nasa first year of pandemic, na marami tayong na-encounter na mga tickets, marami tayong na-encounter na complaints, mga queries or suggestions. Ngayon ay Friday na, pero yung hawak nating datos sa monitoring and evaluation section ay talagang masasabi natin na marami tayong natutunan sa nakaraan nating school year dahil kaunti lang ang ating na-receive na mga complaints, pero na-resolve agad ito ng ating mga school heads. Kaya we really have to be thankful to our school heads and to our school information officers who are also serving as the vice chair of the Oplan Balik Eskwela.
Thank you so much, Sir Wilson. Sir, on your assessment po as the SMME SEPS, what is the glaring? Kasi po, di ba po sa ticketing system, meron po tayong complaint, suggestion, query, commendation, hindi mawawala. Alam niyo po, speaking of commendation, I would love to read this one. The comment of Ma'am Yoli Sobrepeña, sabi po niya, Kaya naman po salute to all our teachers, division officials, and all school heads of Dasmariñas in the field. They have spent their immeasurable efforts, sobra-sobra po, no? And unwavering commitment to make education continue amidst the pandemic. Alam niyo po, ang ating CID chief at SGOD chief ay still with us on the platform. They are just at the backstage, but they get to read your comments. At maraming maraming salamat po. This is a fuel on our end in the division office, lalo na po sa ating mga teachers na talagang education frontliners natin. Sir, again, as I was saying, as to this query, commendation, complaints, ano po yung pinaka-common na mga na-encounter natin this year?
Yeah. Because we are still in modified ECQ. Okay, so nagkakaroon tayo ng a little problem as regards the distribution of the SLMs, no? So we have to understand also that this thing is really beyond our control. We are just only following the community quarantine na ibinaba sa atin ng ating national government at ng ating LGU. So since first week of classes at expected talaga natin na dapat ay nagkaklase na ang mga bata. So wala sila, may mga bata na hindi pa naka-receive talaga ng kanilang mga SLMs dahil nga hindi sila pwedeng lumabas ng kanilang mga tahanan. Given also that their parents are working, no? Pero ang kagandahan nito, may mga mechanism or initiatives, no, ang ating mga school heads kung paano ang mga modules na ito, ang ating mga learning resources and SLMs ay maide-deliver, no, directly sa mga tahanan ng ating mga mag-aaral, considering also the safety protocols, no. So isa 'yon, kung wala tayo sa MECQ, mabilis lang sana. Pero may nagawang action agad din dyan ng ating superintendent, no? Because top priority talaga natin ang safety. So, nag-issue siya, no, ng memorandum as regards the distribution of SLMs during the MECQ. Okay? Another notable thing, no? Hindi natin siya i-consider na problem kung hindi na-surprise lang din tayo because we set, no, a day and weeks or actually a month bago pa ang opening ng klase natin ng September 13. But there are still some parents na itong week na to dito sila nag-enroll, no? So dapat yung enrollment period po, though in-extend naman siya ng Department of Education hanggang September 30, no? But we have to consider also na sa mga walk-in enrollees natin, yung mga parents, sila po ay mag-a-accomplish pa ng MLESF. At itong MLESF naman kung ito na i-accomplish nila sa school ay kailangan pa rin nating i-disinfect bago pa po ito may encode, no, dun sa ating system. That's why as regards to the number of learners or enrollees natin for this school year, talagang increasing pa rin siya every day. And nakapag-set ng ating mga school heads ng kanilang SLMs inventory as compared dun sa kanilang students last year. So sa hindi inaasahang pagkakataon na nagkaroon ng pagtaas ng enrollment, so kailangan ulit mag-reproduce ng mga SLMs para dito sa mga additional enrollees natin. But since kailangan magpatuloy na ang klase habang hinihintay itong ating SLMs, ang ating mga class advisors, no, sa MDL ay in-advise din na makapag-provide ng soft copies or digitized materials na magagamit upang ang mga batang ito ay makapagsimula na sa kanilang pag-aaral. Siguro maliit na bagay lang din na itiket sa atin yung as regards communication, no? So may mga magulang na naghahanap sila sinong advisor ng anak ko. Okay? So siguro nga po dahil nag-enroll lang din po sila kayo this week. So kailangan po adjust yung pong mga sectioning po, kung saan po ilalagay yung anak ninyo. So maghihintay po tayo ng communication po sa ating pong mga teachers. Tulad po na nabanggit ko, kailangan pa po ito ay maipasok sa system. No? Though kayo po ay enrolled na, but meron po tayong proseso na sinusunod naman pagdating naman po sa sectioning.
Wow, thank you so much, Sir Wilson. Alam niyo po, I enjoy being part of DFTAT. Lalo na po dun sa assessment natin, itong monitoring and evaluation of opening of classes. Ang pinaka-inaabangan ko po na ipepresent ng school, yung sa key dimensions. Kasi po yung iba po, di ba, we just have to check whether it's evident, not evident, partially evident. So, sabi ko po sana, super evident, completely evident, partially evident, not evident. Sir, alam mo, isa sa pinaka hanggang ngayon, it stayed on me, it inspired something on me. One school, doon sa reaching the marginalized, dahil nga po may mga magulang na nagtatrabaho, kahit gusto ng bata, walang kukuha ng module sa kanya. Napakasimple ng programa ng school. Ang title po ay Pasabay Kapitbahay. Yung since their sectioning was made through catchment area, yung mga walang magulang, ikinukuha ng mga kapitbahay. Tapos, dinadrop doon sa kanilang bahay. So, napakasimple ng konsepto, pero dahil binigyan nila ng title, ginawa nilang campaign, it encouraged now the neighborhood to be of service of others, to continue the delivery of education. So, ko nga po, ang galing talaga ng ating mga schools. They're very creative. If by looking at it, the concept is so simple, but the impact is something will make another person feel na, uy, kahit kapitbahay pala ako, may magagawa ako. Yung mga programa po, ang empowering po para sa mga tao to take part. Sir
That's
Wilson.
correct. Yes, that's correct, Maki. That's why we also commend you and Sir Bong, in the social mobilization and networking unit for sustaining the concept of empowerment and strong partnerships and linkages among our community partners, our teachers, and our parents. So napakaganda ng programa na yon, at isa lang yon, sabi mo nga. Okay. So marami tayong mga naririnig ng mga pick and go system, the pasabay system, the mercado system. So
ayuda system.
Yes, our schools and our school heads are so innovative, kaya po sa ating mga mahal na mga magulang, our 44 schools in the City Schools Division of Dasmariñas po are really reaching you. That's why bilang partners po talaga natin sa pagpapatuloy ng edukasyon ng inyong mga anak, makibahagi po tayo at makiisa po tayo. Bukas po ang ating po mga paaralan. May magagawa po ang bawat isa sa atin. Given na may work po tayo, but mayroon din po tayong mga kasamahan, kapitbahay na handa po tayong suportahan at tulungan. So let us sustain the spirit of volunteerism and the spirit of partnerships po.
Thank you so much, Sir Wilson. Nagbulakan tayo. Pero salamat, sir. Thank you for that. Pero ang galing kasi talaga po, the concept, it's the simple desire to help that ignites this concept. At ang ganda po ng ating mga ginagawa.
And Maki, additional lang din.
Opo, sir.
I want to thank also our teachers na nag-effort din sila na kapag ka sila ay malapit, sila ay nakatira doon sa lugar kung saan malapit yung mga mag-aaral, ay nag-uuwi na rin sila ng mga learning kits. Tapos meron lang sila mga pinapipirmahan at kung malapit sa kanila, pinupuntahan na nila directly, at yung iba naman ay inform na ito yung bahay ni teacher na pwede kayong mag-pick up nitong mga learning kits na to. Kasi nga, marami talaga na ang reason kung bakit tayo lumabas or pumunta sa paaralan ay dahil sa banta ng COVID-19 at hindi natin sila masisisi. Pero bagamat ganun ang kanilang thinking, ay hindi po nangangahulugan na ang kanilang mga anak ay hindi na mag-aaral dahil tayo, no, sa DepEd ang gagawa ng paraan para ma-reach natin ang kanilang mga anak.
Thank you, Sir Wilson. Sir Wilson, I'll bring now back on the platform
Mm-mm.
our chiefs, Dr. Gemma Cortez and Dr. Letty Lopez. Mami Let, Mami Gem,
Yes.
Dr. Cortez, Dr. Sorry po, mami ako dito. You get to hear po no the assessment, the overview, some of the highlights po of our initial assessment of the first week of classes. And I know this is not the first time you've read or you've listened to this, you've read them. Mami, meron po ba tayong mga ngayon, as early as now, mga ginagawa na pong adjustments or to address this initially gathered information po in relation to our school year? Sige pa, Mami Jem. Ay, Mami, you're on mute po.
Sorry,
Yan
ayun.
po.
Tulad na nabanggit ni Sir Wilson, isa sa nagiging problema natin ngayon yung mga modules, no, dahil nga sa influx of enrollment, no. Pero one thing na magandang ginawa ng ating division Maki, no, through the leadership of our SDS si Sir Nong, no. I still remember August 18, no. August 18 pa lang, ayun nga, na-meeting na niya ang lahat ng mga school heads. At naalaala ko, one of the agenda natin ay nga distribution ng mga modules, no. Since kabilang sa distribution ng modules, no, binigyan ng emphasis ng ating SDS, no, yung mga master roll, yung mga ink, yung mga bond papers na gagamitin ng mga school in case nga na medyo kulangin yung mga modules nila. Siyempre, alam natin nung last year, may mga na-print na tayong module, Maki, di ba? Pero ngayon, dahil nga dumami ng dumami enrollment natin, the schools really need to reprint more, no? Ang good thing talaga dito, meron nang naka-ready mga materials ang mga school, and may advice naman ng ating SDS that the school can use their MOOE, no? MOOE para ma-reprint yung mga module na yon. At one thing, nabanggit ni Sir Wilson kanina, very, ano bang tawag natin dito, mga resourceful yung ating mga principal eh. Ang dami nilang initiative, ang dami nilang mechanism just to what you call that, to deliver, to share this module sa mga bata natin. Ano? Yun nga, meron nga tayong isang school sa secondary, no, na talagang dahil imposible na ma-deliver dahil MECQ tayo, ang nakakatuwa, soft copy talaga yung dineliver nila sa mga school. Soft copies. At hindi lang yun eh. Aside from the soft copy, tulad nga ng sabi natin, meron tayong mga suggested strategies. Okay, ang mga bata habang nag-aantay, gamitin muna yung kanilang mga textbooks, no? Pwedeng gamitin ang textbook at lahat ng mga available materials. Meaning, pagdating sa ating mga learning materials, sa palagay ko hindi na masasabi na kung naging konting problema dahil nga dumami enrollment, madaling na solusyonan. Kumbaga, nandyan ang mga resources natin, no? Ang importante lang talaga, medyo mabilis ang pag-print. But as to the soft copy, sinabi natin, readily available siya. Ang material sa printing, readily available. Kaya palagay ko talagang ang bilis na solusyonan ito, knowing the capacity of our school heads. Talagang mabibili sila. Kaya pagdating sa learning materials, medyo masasabi ko, Maki, na talagang ready ang DepEd DASMA.
Yes, undoubtedly po. Sobra po. Maraming salamat, Mami Jem. Ma'am Letty, Dr. Lopez, how about on the end po of the governance and operations? What are the adjustments we're planning po at the moment?
Okay. On the perspective of the SGOD, Maki, we sent a letter of request to the good city mayor of Dasmariñas City to update yung memorandum informing all barangay councils, community partners to assist all schools uh, in the delivery, in the distribution and retrieval of the learning materials, the modules. Also, uh, there is a constant coordination of all schools, yung mga key personnel natin sa ating mga SDO, key personnel in each functional units din, ano? We also encourage, of course, Sir Maki, that an improved or greater focus on school results or yung mga lessons learned should be considered for planning essential ways forward, no? Para hindi na mag-recur yung mga problem. There is also a need, ano, to reconsider the leadership roles ng ating mga tagapangasiwa ng mga paaralan, that there should also be leadership distribution para sa higit kailanman, kasi ito yung panahon na kailangan nating magtulong-tulong, magbuklod-buklod, na kung mayroong mga magagandang ideya na pwede nating i-adapt, ito ay makakatulong ng malaki sa ating pag-i-implement ng continuing education in DepEd Dasmariñas. Also, mayroon din tayong mga issuances, ano? Mga DepEd issuances, mga regional, division, LGU issuances, or those coming from the central office. We also make it a point that these are disseminated sa field para updated sila at well-informed din sila. And of course, syempre yung series of meetings being conducted by our able and supportive superintendent, Sir Nong, and our assistant, Ma'am Badet, na laging nire-remind sa atin yung ating mga administrative functions, observing yung constantly changing quarantine classification para mai-adjust ngayon naman natin yung reporting ng mga personnel in the SDO and in the schools para hindi tayo maging exposed sa risk ng virus.
Thank you so much po, Mami Letty. Thank you so much po. Our public, our parents especially, and our learners are assured that DepEd Dasmariñas is really on top of everything. Nakuha ko po yung ganyang phrase sa man behind the steering wheel of DepEd Dasmariñas. And he's here with us this morning to further assure us that DepEd Dasmariñas is on top of the situation. Our OIC SDS, Sir Nong Cantonhos. Good morning po, Sir Nong.
Good morning.
Morning,
Magandang umaga
sir.
sa ating lahat. Kumusta yung audio ko, Maki?
Sir, okay naman po. Medyo may konting lapse, may konting glitch, pero okay naman po.
Good morning sa kay CID Chief, Ma'am Jem, to our SDO Chief, Ma'am Net, to Sir Will, to all of you, to all people of DepEd SDO Dasmariñas, and to lahat na nakikinig at nanonood sa atin. Pasensya na, late akong pumasok. Medyo kakasettle ko lang. Actually, brown out dito sa location ko. Ito lang ang gusto kong ipaabot. I really tried my best to join even in the later part of the program because from the Office of the Superintendent, nais kong ipaabot at ipabatid sa lahat ng ating mga kasama sa DepEd Dasmariñas that the present leadership with the assistance, the cooperation in support of the CID, the SGOD, and the other units and section in the OSDS, we are on top of the situation and we are in control of the situation and we are all responsible and proactive enough in sa paglalatag natin ng ating mga initiatives at ating mga solution dito sa challenging times ng opening of classes, even in the preparation in the opening of classes and the days and the months thereafter. Ako ay nagpapasalamat sa lahat ng ating mga kasama sa CID, SGOD, sa OSDS dahil bago po tayo nag-open ng klase, ay nagkaroon ho tayo ng preparatory, ng planning conference, consultative conference, at inilatag natin, diniscuss natin, based from the practices, the best practices and strategies nating in-employ last year, ay nag-craft tayo ng mga additional na ating itutulong, i-assist sa mga schools in the operation, in the curriculum implementation, and school operation. Gusto kong ipaabot sa programang ito ang aking taos-pusong pasasalamat sa ating mga principal, sa ating mga teachers, sa ating mga non-teaching personnel, sa ating mga partners, sa ating local government unit, sa mga volunteers, sa lahat-lahat na tumutulong sa atin upang maitawid ng maayos, ligtas at matagumpay ang opening of classes at ang mga araw na sa ganitong mga araw at meron pang naka-schedule next week na mag-distribute tayo ng mga printed modules. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.
Thank you so much, Sir Nong. Maraming salamat po. Sir Nong, ano mo nyo po, whenever you say that line that we are on top of the situation, there's something magical that drives everyone to do better, to give their best.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Ganito yung Kasamaki. This may sound a cliche, but totoo yung sinasabi na nothing happens by accident.
Yes,
And
sir.
everything happens for a reason. Yun yung sinasabi ko eh. Yung papunta ko ng DepEd is not an accident, is not yung pagiging chief ng dalawa nating chief, yung pagiging soft move mo, yung pagiging ni survey, pagiging SEPS, lahat tayo sa OSDS, and even our principals and our teachers, lahat yan po ay nakadistinct in God's master plan. And because sabi ko nga, dahil inilagay niya tayo dito, hindi tayo papabayaan ng Diyos to be on top of the situation and masurpass natin anuman ang challenges nitong pandemic and all other challenges along the way. That is the assurance that I'm giving to all of you sa lahat ng taga Dasmariñas that whenever we succeed and whenever na tayo ay nandun lang sa minimum, and sometimes there are times na there are lapses and there are failures. I am saying this and I will say this and I assure you that I am taking all full responsibility and accountability for everything that is happening, that will happen in DepEd Dasmariñas.
Thank you so much, Sir Nong.
Opo.
Yes, sir. Opo.
Okay, sige na, Maki. Ano pa? Ano yung ano?
No, wala, sir. Maraming salamat po. Our teachers, all our viewers are expressing po their support with what you have said. Their appreciation po. So true. Sorry po, medyo natakpan ko po si Ma'am Letty and si Sir Nong, but I would love to read this one. So true po, we are motivated more than ever to give our best in realizing the educational agenda, the agenda of leadership, edukasyon, may aksyon, may solusyon, at patuloy po ang daloy ng karunungan para sa ikabubuti ng ating mga mag-aaral na siyang sentro ng ating pagsusumikap. This is so inspiring.
Maki, may dadagdag pa ako.
Opo, sir.
Opo. Kasi hindi ko na follow yung sinabi ni Chef Jem at ni Chief Letty kanina. But I want to emphasize this and I'm making this full emphasis that ako po ay sumasaludo at ipapasalamat ng lubos kung paano ang ating mga principal at mga guro ay gumaganap at umiisip ng mga estratehiya at mga pamamaraan upang mapagpatuloy ng maayos at matiwasay ligtas ang ating school operation, especially itong challenge na kinakaharap natin dito sa distribution of modules. Ako ay nakapag-ikot ako nung day 1 at nung day 2, pero dahil sa activity ko sa Mandanas Ruling sa LGU and some outputs and some other committees and engagement, hindi ako nakaikot. But doon sa 6 na schools na napuntahan ko, ay yung kinausap ko ang mga principal at kwento nila how they are operating in the distribution of the printed modules. Ako ay doon sa kanilang scheduling at sa kanilang mga strategy. At alam ko, ganun din ang ginagawa ng mga schools na hindi ko naabot. Sabi ko nga, safety ang ating pinaka-highest priority. Di bali na, abutin tayo ng next week, basta unti-unti, utay-utay ang ating distribution ng modules, basta susunod natin ang mga protocols.
Thank you so much, Sir Nong. Ladies and gentlemen, to all our teachers, our parents, and our learners, our OIC SDS, Sir Nong Cantonhos. Sir, ingat po kayo. Good morning po ulit.
Opo, maraming salamat. Maraming salamat sa inyo.
Thank you, sir, for joining us. Thank you, Sir Nong. Ito na po. Sir Wilson, Ma'am Letty, Ma'am Gemma, maybe it's still premature to ask this, but we are on the 5th day of the school year 2021-2022. On your observation po, on your assessment, on the data, on the reports we have been receiving, on the scale of 1 to 10, how do we rate our performance as a division this year collectively po? May I ask it po from Ma'am Letty po?
Maki, sang-ayon sa mga pagbabahagi ng ating mga kaguruan at ng mga tagapangasiwa ng paaralan sa sitwasyon sa kani-kanilang mga paaralan at sang-ayon din sa status ng mga ibinahagi nilang issues and concerns that are mostly resolved. And although hindi natin syempre pa nakokompleto yung resolution to few concerns because we referred a few things, few of these concerns to the higher office, I would say 9 sa unang linggo ng pagbubukas ng klase. And with that, I would like to thank all the teachers, the school principals, sa community partners natin, sa education stakeholders natin, our partners who are always who continuously support yung ating implementation ng BLCP sa kanilang hindi matatawarang pagsuporta para maging maayos ang ating mga kaguruan, ang ating mga learners because their safety is our top priority, as we ensure the continuity of education amid pandemic. Maraming salamat po sa kanilang lahat.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lopez. How about from our CID Chief, Dr. Cortez?
Maki, if I am going to rate now using this scale of 1 to 10, where 10 is the highest, I would give City Schools Division of Dasmariñas a rating of 9.5. Okay, bakit Maki? Kasi if we're going to, although hindi tayo, parang sabihin na natin if you're going to compare, yung school year 2020, 2021, and then this school year 2021, 2022, nakita ko talaga yung readiness ng division natin, in all aspects. Kay SGOD man yan, kay CID man yan, o yung mga unit natin dito sa ating division, nakita ko kasi yung collaboration, yung support ng bawat isa. At idagdag pa natin dyan ang support ng 44, 44 able and competent nating mga school heads at yung mga thousands nating mga teachers, mga parents at yung mga stakeholders natin. Kaya kung meron mang 0.5, ilalagay natin yung kumbaga sa room for improvement. Sabi natin wala namang bagay na talagang perfecto. Pero napakalaki ng naging paghahanda at na I would like to say na yung objective talaga natin that education should continue this school year 2021-2022 ay ma-achieve natin ngayon pa lang kitang-kita na makina, ready tayo dito sa DASMA. Kaya 9.5 and congratulations, DepEd DASMA.
Thank you so much po, Ma'am Gemma. 9.5. And it's being manifested po. If I would back it up, 9.5, it is also being manifested with the number of tickets we received. Kasi konti lang po eh. Ibig sabihin po, our schools are really prepared. You know po, majority of it are just queries, usual queries po. Sir Wilson, sa inyo po as MNE, SEPS ng SMME.
Yes, thank you, Max. No, si Ma'am Letty 9, si Ma'am Gemma 9.5, right? But bago ko
Okay.
ibigay yung aking rating, no, I want to extend our thanks and gratitude to all the team leaders and assistant team leaders and our DepEds, our teammates, no, for the successful conduct of their monitoring and evaluation. I know may mga ongoing pa ngayon, pero nakita ko, nabasa ko kagabi yung mga encoded and I was really overwhelmed. Okay? So kaya po maraming salamat po sa ating team. Ngayon, alam naman po natin na ang monitoring and evaluation ay independent and external of the organization. Kaya kung ano po ang aking rate ay base po sa kung ano yung available data at kung paano po yung aking pag-assess, no, do sa unang linggo ng ating opening of classes. No? So kung si Ma'am Let ay nagbigay ng rate na 9 out of 10 at yun po ay mataas, no? At si Ma'am Gemma po ay nagbigay ng 9.5 out of 10. Sa monitoring and evaluation section po ay i-divide ko ito sa 5 key dimensions na dapat maging focus po, no, sa pagbibigay natin ng rating. Unahin na po natin ang safe operations. So sa safe operations po, ang paghahanda upang ma-prioritize ang safety, no, at pag-iingat ng ating mga stakeholders, ganun din ang ating mga personnel. Ang score po ng MNE, no, dito ay 10 out of 10. As regards focus on learning, no, bagamat may mga bagay po na hindi natin kontrolado pero nabibigyan po agad ng aksyon, no? At kung meron man pong iba pa base do sa mga tickets na na-receive natin sa unang linggo at sana more on commendations na yung ma-receive din natin sa mga susunod pang araw. So 9 out of 10. Pagdating po sa well-being and protection, sa paghahanda po upang ang ating mga teachers ay maging spiritually, physically and mentally okay sa pagbubukas ng klase, ongoing po ang vaccination, no, na through the support of our local government unit. Ang rating po ng MNE para sa well-being and protection of our teachers and learners ay 10 out of 10. And for reaching the marginalized, no, sa iba't ibang mekanismo at iba't ibang inisyatibo ng ating mga school heads upang patuloy na ma-reach, no, ang ating mga mag-aaral na walang kakayahan na makabisita sa paaralan ng kanilang mga magulang dahil sa iba't ibang kadahilanan, ginawa po ng school ang kanilang magagawa. Kaya po ang score ay 10 out of 10. And for education financing, no, na very observed naman po na judiciously ay talagang nagagamit ang pondo ng bayan para sa kabutihan ng ating mga mag-aaral, no, as we look and it is actually backed up by the reports dito sa ating MOOE at sa mga natanggap sa pagre-report ng mga natanggap nating donation and support from our education stakeholders. Kaya ang score po sa education financing ay 10 out of 10. Having this, for this week, ang score po ay 49 over 50 or 9.8 po or high pass ang score ng City Schools Division of Dasmariñas para sa unang linggo ng pagbubukas ng klase. Congratulations po to each and every one of us.
Yes, congratulations po. Alam niyo po, the ratings of our chiefs, the ratings of our MNE SEPS ay best backed up po by the data we are receiving. Results po ng DFPAT, kami po sa ticketing system ng OBE, talaga pong we could say yes, tama po ang rating ng ating management. Sir Wilson, Ma'am Let, Ma'am Jem, habang kasama ko po kayo, I would love to read some of the comments po no of our school heads, teachers joining us right now. Siyempre, unahin ko po ang aking ka-partner. Baka magtampo to, hindi ako pansin. Sir Bong, big salute to all the stakeholders and heroes. Totoo po yun. Kami po sa DepEd DASMA, we acknowledge po that the reason why we keep moving forward is because of your support sa atin pong mga stakeholders at mga heroes. Maraming salamat po. Nagpapasalamat po si Ma'am Chrissy Panis si Ma'am Del Servito, sorry po, Ma'am Delia Servito of Dasmariñas 2 Central School. Siyempre po, walang katapusang pasasalamat top management ng SDO Dasma at LGU sa palaging pagsuporta sa DepEd. Maraming salamat po. Sabi po ni Sir Ele, nakatataba at nakalalakas ng loob na magtrabaho ng tama kasi ramdam namin ang suporta at pagpapahalaga ng top management. Walang pagod na nasasayang basta para sa bata at para sa bayan. Yes. Si Dr. Rafael naman po, sabi po ni Ma'am Fraj, pagbati at pagsaludo sa ating 44 school heads at sa mga kaguruan para sa isang may pag-asa at ligtas na pagbubukas ng taong panuruan 2021-2022. Thank you din po sa lahat ng ating mga supervisors, education supervisors, education specialists na handang nakaalalay lagi po at nagsusupervise po sa ating mga paaralan. Sabi naman po ni Ma'am Bea Alcaide, sa sobrang sipag po ng ating top management with Sir Nong Cantonhos, lahat po talaga ikikilos. Nasa tamang pag-iingat lamang po. Nakakatakot pero nalakas ang loob gawa po ng strong support. My rate is 10. Wow! Meron pa po ba akong mabasahin? Si Mami Tess naman po ay isang saludo po sa lahat. Si SDO Dasmariñas team. Siyempre, hindi pwedeng hindi babasahin ang comment ni Mami Mai dahil marami tayong kailangan kay Mami Mai. Napagpupunto kayong to. Joke lang po. Sabi po ni Ma'am Myra Reformado, ang ating pong Budget Officer 5. Salute and thank you, great leaders of DepEd DASMA. Mami Mai, you're part of it. Kaya salute and thank you din po. Maraming salamat po sa laging pagsuporta sa ating mga programa. At sabi po ng Senaida Ganya sa pangunguna po ng kanilang bagong officer in charge, Sir Eric Crisol. Maraming salamat po sa top management ng SDO Dasmariñas, headed by Sir Nong, Ma'am Badet, Doc Gems, Doc Letty, Sir Wilson, LGU stakeholders, parents, and everyone. Salute po. Maraming salamat din po. Wala na po akong comments na nababasa. But alam niyo po, until his last days, he was thinking about us. So I would like to dedicate this episode to our late SJOD Chief, Dr. Manny Resurrection. With him po, talagang na-plancha din natin ito even up to his last days. Na kinaumagahan pala, magpapaalam na si Sir, pero ang mga chat niya pa din, ang bakuna, ang mga teachers, kailangan lahat na mabakunahan, ang mga module. Thank you so much, Sir Manny. Marami pong salamat sa napakaganda pong iniwan po ninyo sa amin. This 10 out of 10 ratings ay inaalay din po namin sa inyo at sa inyong alaala. Maraming salamat po. Teka lang po, hinga lang. Sir Wilson, your message to all our parents. Kahit nasa pangalawang taon na tayo, may kakaba-kaba pa rin tayong mga magulang. What is your message to them?
Alright po, sa ating po mga minamahal na mga magulang, no, maging sa ating mga guro at sa ating mga mag-aral. Always remember that CSDO Dasmariñas is doing its very best, no, to address all the concerns, the problems, and the issues. Our school heads and of course our teachers, no, are open to any suggestions from you, our dear stakeholders and our partners. As we always say, no, during this time of pandemic, we are all partners. So yung pong inyong boses, no, the voice of the customers are vital, no, for any adjustments na gagawin po ng ating pong mga paaralan, ng ating pong mga school. So always give your feedback, always raise your issues or your comments, no, para po magkaroon po ng adjustment. Huwag po tayong lagi na lang naka-complain or nagrereklamo pero hindi naman po natin nako-communicate ng maayos doon po sa tamang paaralan or doon sa tamang tao. No po? So kami naman po ay gagawin din namin ang lahat ng aming mga kaya upang i-address po ang inyo pong mga concerns and problems. So try to reach us and be with us po in this journey. Kasama po namin kayo para po sa edukasyon ng inyo pong mga anak. At ang CSDO Dasmariñas po ay ginagawa ito para sa bata at para sa bayan. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you so much, Sir Wilson. Let's now hear it from our CID Chief, Dr. Cortez.
Yes, thank you, Maki. No? Siguro ang aking last word, una yung aking napakataas na pagsaludo sa ating SDS, Sir Nong Canton. Kita natin yung type ng leadership ni Sir, no? Although sabihin natin 5 months lang siya dito sa DepEd DASMA, pero nakita natin yung kanyang strong leadership, no? Strong but very collegial, very motivating, at saka napaka-fair niya sa lahat. Kaya saludo ko kay Sir Nong dahil talagang napakaayos, napaka-smooth ng takbo natin ngayon dito sa DepEd DASMA. And of course, syempre pasalamat po tayo kay Ma'am Badet, our ASDS, sa kanyang suporta din sa leadership ni Sir Nong. At hindi natin malilimutan lahat ng mga taga-division offices natin, no? Sa OSDS, sa CID, at ganun din sa SGOD. At syempre sa school level, nandyan yung masisipag nating mga principal, no? Masisipag nating mga guro. Nandyan din yung very supportive nating mga parents sa kanilang cooperation. At syempre, at higit sa lahat, Maki, yung mga partners natin, kung hindi sa kanila, hindi rin magiging successful ang opening ng klase natin. And also, please, let me take this opportunity po na ma-promote ko po yung ating online distance learning, yung ating pong Moodle. Kasi po, it's a good way po na since tayo ay nasa MECQ, na kung magkaroon man tayo ng kaunting problema sa deliveries ng module, napakaganda po sana kung mapapatronize po natin yung ating Moodle. Kasi po, ito po yung napaka-safe na learning management system. Sa lahat po ng may capacity, ability, at may mga gadget, may resources, napakaganda po sana kung matatry po natin yung ating Moodle. Ito po ay magiging safe tayo kasi ang kailangan po natin syempre dito yung ating internet connectivity, gadget natin, at magiging enjoy po ang mga bata natin since this is very interactive, interesting na management system. So once again, salamat po sa inyong lahat. Maki, thank you to you, Sir Wilson, Ma'am Leti, Sir Nong, at sa bawat isa, no? Ang praises ko po sa inyo ay talagang hindi masusukat. Salamat sa inyong pakikiisa. Thank you po.
Thank you so much po, Ma'am Jem. Maraming pong salamat sa inyo. And now, from our OIC Chief of the SGOD, Dr. Letty Lopez.
Maki, ang hindi mapapantayang sigasig at determinasyon ng ating top management, OIC Sir Nong Cantonhos, ASDS Ma'am Badet Luna, kasama siyempre ang members ng top management, the CID, the SGOD, the education program supervisors, public schools district supervisors, the SGOD movers, all the functional units under the OSDS, CID, and the SGOD sa hindi matatawarang paglilingkod ng ating mga punong guro sa 44 na paaralan sa DepEd Dasmariñas, sa mga walang sawang naglilingkod ng mga kaguruan, mga masisipag nating mga kaguruan, sa LGU, sa ating mga community partners, sa mga parents, everyone who are supporting us Hinding-hindi po namin kayo susukuan sapagkat sa inyo kami umuhugot ng inspirasyon upang maipagpatuloy ang edukasyon sa kabila ng COVID-19 pandemic. I know there is a lot of fear, no? Dahil sa risk na dulot po ng COVID-19, especially ang dami ng mga COVID-19 variants na lumalabas. Pero with the help of our Almighty Father in Heaven, at dahil sa ating mga mabubuting layunin para ipagpatuloy ang edukasyon, alam ko po tayo ay gagabayan. Lahat ng ating mga hardships ay magdudulot ng magagandang resulta para sa ating mga mag-aaral. And wonderful things are yet to be enjoyed in the coming year. So towards the school year 2021-2022, mag-ingat po tayong lahat at palagi po tayong magdasal. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lopez. Maraming salamat po. Brings this brings to us this makes me realize po, sorry. This makes me realize that I have to thank all our teachers who passed on the afterlife in the service during this pandemic. Hindi po namin kayo kakilala by names, pero maraming salamat po. Mami Net?
Maki,
Opo.
I'd like also to dedicate this episode of Today with DepEd DASMA to the late Dr. Emmanuel Resurrection, our former SGOD chief. Sir, saludo kami sa inyo. Congratulations and a final salute to you, sir. Rest in peace po.
Maraming salamat po. Thank you po. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. At syempre, hindi po kami papayag na thank you lang. Kami po sa City Schools Division of Dasmariñas, katuwang ang local government, City Government of Dasmariñas ay naghahanda. Okay naman yung naghahanda ng malaking sorpresa para sa lahat ng ating mga guro sa darating na pagdiriwang ng World Teachers Day. It has been a tradition in the city to celebrate it with you in the big gathering, but because of the pandemic ay magiging virtual, but the fun will not make it any less. Yan po, si Ma'am Letty, si Ma'am Gemma, nagko-collaborate po tayo para makapag-isip po ng mga ideas na makakapagpasaya po sa ating mga teachers. Kung mga napapanood nyo lang po sa Itbulag, kala mo naman with pay. Sa Itbulaga, natatawag kayo ng number, paunahan. Naku po, you will get to experience that this year. At medyo premature po, pero ihanda nyo na po ang inyong mga talent na talagang hindi lang basta talent, but X-Factor talents. Yan, dahil lahat po ng inyong talento ay magkakaroon ng magandang pabuya mula sa ating local government sa pamumuno ni Mayor Jenny Barzaga. And of course, Congressman PD Barzaga. Magkita-kita po tayo sa susunod na linggo po, sa susunod na naman po nating mga usapin na may kinalaman po pagdating sa edukasyon para po sa ikauunlad ng kabataang Dasmarineño. Mula po dito sa City Schools Division of Dasmariñas, kasama po natin ang ating SEPS ng MNE, Sir Wilson Centeno, CID Chief Dr. Gemma G. Cortez, SGOD Chief Dr. Letty Lopez. Maraming salamat po. Lahat po ng usapin na may kinalaman sa inyong mga mag-aaral ay pag-uusapan natin today with DepEd DASMA. Have a good lunch po. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.